Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Sonic Championship, and this is also known as Sonic the Fighters, and this was created by Sega in 1996 and suggested by YouTube user Sonic Ace 24, and this is a versus fighting game of Sonic the Hedgehog characters, and it's very cute, and it's very, very similar to Virtua Fighter. You have buttons for punch, kick, and guard. And it's very, very much in keeping with the Sonic universe in terms as the way the characters act. And here are the characters. There is Sonic the Hedgehog, the blue blur himself. Probably the best character to choose. There's his best buddy Tails, also known as Miles Prower, a fox with two tails. There's Fang the Sniper. I'm not sure which game he was first seen in. Bean the Dynamite, a duck, and he's from a weird game called Dynamite Ducks. And there's Bark the Polar Bear, they misspelled polar. There's Espio the Chameleon. There is Amy, also known as Rosie the Rascal. She's always in love with Sonic. And there's Knuckles the Echidna. But those are all characters you can choose. And there are various moves that you can do, a bunch of them, and they're kind of similar to the way that you do the moves in Virtua Fighter. It's not normally a whole bunch of buttons that are assigned to a move that you do, usually just like a couple button presses or maybe a few button presses, and not very many moves with the controller. But each character has their set of moves. The graphics here are really, really well done. It looks great. But as every time you beat a character, you get an emerald, and you try to collect all 8 emeralds. Then you have to face Metal Sonic and then Dr. Robotnik in a very short match. But both versions are very, very, very close in terms of how they play Sonic Championship and Sonic the Fighters. Sonic the Fighters is, I think, mostly in Japanese dialogue, I think, if I remember correctly. There's various moves that you can do as hold moves, and one of them is very cool. Sonic can run rings around his enemy, and he does that here. And then the guy collapses dizzy. It's a very funny move. I wasn't able to do all the moves, but I just wanted to show you the gameplay, show what it looks like to beat it all the way through. There is a trick that you can do to play as Super Sonic, which is a golden invincible version of Sonic the Hedgehog. You have to beat all 8 characters, and then you have to beat the first boss, Metal Sonic, once, and you can't lose one single round to any of the characters up to that point. And as soon as you face Metal Sonic for the second round, you turn into Super Sonic. Very, very cool. But at the attract mode, we'll look to start playing here. I am going to choose Sonic. And you can choose to play as manual or automatic. Automatic, I think, makes the game a little too easy. I would go with manual. It's more realistic gameplay, I guess. But we'll start out with Knuckles. I'll do a few moves. And there's this big old slap I like to do. And you can attack a downed enemy. You can end up with your back towards the enemy, and you'll need to turn around and do moves. You can dodge too. It's very much like Virtua Fighter, the way that the game is controlled. I really I don't follow the Sonic universe as much as a lot of people do. I haven't watched all the cartoons or any of that stuff. I don't know when a number of these characters debuted. I've never even played Sonic 3, I've played Sonic 1 and 2, and I've had a Sonic CD before. They're all very fun games. We'll move ahead and face Amy. She's had an unrequisite, however you say it, unrequited love for Sonic. But you can put up a shield with the guard button. It'll eventually break through repeated attacks. If the opponent is blocking your attacks, you gotta think of some other attack. She's got a little mallet, it's kind of funny. But she turned her back towards me, and that was a mistake. But yeah, there's various moves you can do while your opponent is down to continue to add hurt. Sonic has a move where he can climb the ropes and jump off and spin on them. One of my favorite moves of his is that, the spin. You like push back down and I think punch. I think that's how it went. Maybe it wasn't. I don't remember for sure. But now we face Bark the Polar Bear, and I don't know where he debuted in the Sonic universe. Ouch. But yeah, I like the dropping of the rings, which is a major nod to the Sonic universe. Oh boy, did I get lucky. But again, if you want to play as Super Sonic at the end of the game, or near the end of the game, you have to beat all 8 characters and not lose a single round. And then you have to beat Metal Sonic in the first round. And then Super Sonic is, I believe, invincible completely. It can really whoop ass on the other guy, and you have increased strength, I think. You know, play against Espio the Chameleon. Yeah, you can still hit enemies while they're in the air. And I should have done that, but I'm just not used to this game quite yet, I guess. I've never seen this in the arcades. I like that Sonic can climb up the walls and jump off and spin attack his enemies. So, mushroom walls. I was never a big fan of the way that the Virtua Fighter games controlled. I like the more complicated control direction along with the buttons to make your moves happen. Sometimes it's at your advantage to have your back towards your opponent. They come up thinking they could do a sneak attack, and then all of a sudden you turn around and whack them. And now I'm going to play against my good buddy Tails. I like the backgrounds for each level. We have what was some of the other ones? Like various level designs of the Sonic universe that served as the backgrounds. Now we're on this luxury boat. But yeah, this is very, very well done. Oh, his gun attack where he picks you up and then drops you. Yeah, Sonic's attacks close are very quick, and that makes him a good character choice. Sorry, Tails. Tails is definitely a very cute character, and he debuted in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I personally feel was the best game on the Genesis. And this was taken from, I think, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, this background here, if I remember correctly. But this guy, yeah, I don't know I don't know when he debuted. I think he's like sort of a gangster wolf or something. His name's Fang. Oh, they call him a sniper dog. Kind of fits. Yeah, he can shoot at you. It kind of fits that he's like a mobster type character if he's got a casino motif going on in the background. Yeah, when Sonic's his spinning ball, he can get through a number of attacks. And now we face Bean, and he is from a weird Sega game called Dynamite Ducks. Very strange game. He has bombs in this, and he headbutted or he jabbed me in the head with his beak. But he has bombs, and if you repeatedly move at him and punch him, you can make it through the bombs. Yeah, he can hurt himself with the bombs too. I've played that Dynamite Ducks game, not in the arcades, but on MAME, and it is really friggin' strange. See, he hurt himself with the bombs. I could not play this in MAME. It doesn't work yet. You have to use the Sega Model 2 emulator. And it's not perfect, but I mean the graphics are well done. It's just that the options don't want to work just right. Yeah, when you're really close and he starts throwing bombs at you, just do quick punches. Yeah, I didn't show you all the moves in this game, but I showed you a number of them. But yeah, one of my favorites is one that I didn't get to use was the where you get to spin circles around an enemy and dizzy them. But you got to see that in the attract mode at least. Now I've got 7 emeralds. I'm going to try to get the 8th, and I have to face myself. Or at least a dark version of myself. Anytime I think of Sonic the Hedgehog, I think of the restaurant Sonic, or vice versa. And I was not really all that impressed by the restaurant. I guess they're supposed to be better for their desserts than their burgers. But it's been a long time since I had it. The first time I was there, I really was not that impressed. I would like to see them bring In-N-Out burgers to Oregon. I hear plenty of good about them. I remember when I first played Sonic the Hedgehog for the Genesis, I was blown away, and I still really like it. It really stands the test of time. Like I said, I'd never seen this in the arcades, but it definitely is well in keeping with the Sonic the Hedgehog universe, and the motions and movements and stuff of the characters are just spot on. Well done. The famous Yu Suzuki had a hand in this game. Oh boy, was that close. But again, this was suggested by YouTube user Sonic Ace 24. You got 8 emeralds. Now you can challenge Death Egg 2. Looks like Tails on that ship. And now I have to face Metal Sonic. Death Egg's Eye is the background for this. Yeah, and he can drop you. His big weakness is your kicks. You get a good bunch of good kicks on him, and it really hurts him. Damn it. Oh, man. Are you serious? I got lucky. But I will not be able to play as Super Sonic. Because I lost a handful of rounds. Dang it. Oh, you son of a bitch. I almost had him. But yeah, if I had been undefeated going into the second round against this guy, then I would have been able to play as Super Sonic. We will see a tiny clip of what playing as Super Sonic looks like. But yeah, there's a guard button that lets you put up a shield so you can block a number of enemy attacks. You definitely want to use kick against Metal Sonic if you can help it. And then you play against Dr. Robotnik, also known as Eggman. His eyes. What? You'll have to face Eggman, Dr. Robotnik, for a very short time and try to beat him quickly. You only have 15 seconds. But he's susceptible to combo attacks too. And there I beat him. You only have to beat him one round. And now we see the ending. And the spaceship Death Egg blows up, and there's Sonic flying back home. And we see little clips of my past victories against the opponents. Very cute game. But this is Sonic Championship, also known as Sonic the Fighters. Known in America, I believe, as Sonic Championship. I'd never seen it, but I know it existed in US arcades. I was happily playing the Sonic games on my Sega Genesis by this point. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 and Sonic CD. That was Sonic Championship, or Sonic the Fighters, by Sega in 1996, and now I'll put in my initials. Sonic stomps on the letters. But in just a second we'll look at Super Sonic, and again, if you beat all the characters without one single loss, and you win in the first match against the first round against Metal Sonic, you will play as Super Sonic. And I believe he is invincible, and his strength is greatly increased. And he debuted in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Great game. Well, let's look at Super Sonic. And there he is. Holy crap, is he fast, and he's strong, and he's whooping the crap out of Metal Sonic. But that is Sonic Championship, also known as Sonic the Fighters, created by Sega in 1996, and this was suggested by YouTube user Sonic Ace 24. This is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching Sonic Championship, or Sonic the Fighters, created by Sega in 1996. I'll catch you later in the future with another video. Have a good one, folks. See you later. Bye-bye.